Hey guys, what up? Total Control 871 chiming in with another last minute heads up video. We are going to be going for the last installment of the Medcom Medical Apartheid installment. Today, it is, hold on, May the 15th. I have a 1:15 appointment at Medcom, the very same Medcom where I was discriminated against and thrown out for being a Christian normal breather, for refusing to convert to their COVID cult religion. So, of course, the disposition in that was that the charge was thrown out of court. So I'm going to be going back today. I have made an appointment. They do know that I'm coming. I'm not just simply walking in. And we're going to see. Now, normally I would, a cooperating medical establishment, I would normally give them fifth column shielding, fifth column anonymity. But in this particular instance, I am not, simply because of the fact that Medcom already outed themselves by initiating the discrimination. All I'm doing today is bringing to you the final chapter. The case has already been dismissed, and that's, legally speaking, that's all finalized, okay? And the judge even ordered that that the whole matter, the incident, be expunged from my record. We're going to talk more about that kind of stuff maybe later on, if I make it back home again. That's, of course, that's the purpose of this video, to give you a heads up that I'm going back into the beast of the belly. Belly of the beast. Did I say it backwards? Back into the belly of the beast. And, okay, of course, whenever I record in the summertime, the neighbors are going to start cutting their grass, sorry. But I need to wrap this up anyway, because I only got a few minutes for my social worker gets here, and I want to upload this before I go out, because, as you know, I could very well indeed be arrested, thrown in a jail for breathing normally. So, hopefully, once again, I will be going in, doing the exact same thing I did at the cardiologist. I won't bring up the fake pandemic. Of course, I never ever ask anybody to take off their face suffocator, their virtue signaling devices. I just simply want to be accommodated. Equal, non-segregated medical treatment. That's what I want. All right, so we're going to see if that happens, and of course, if it doesn't, this is in Galloway. So if you don't hear from me later today, then it means at least by midnight, Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. If you don't hear from me by midnight, then send your FOIA request to Galloway Township Police to find out what happened to me, and hopefully I'll make it back home. Or it's a possibility I could end up in jail today for breathing normally. So, like I say, the deep state, they're simply in tactical retreat. Tactical retreat. This thing isn't over there. We already heard Fauci on CNN. I believe his last segment there on CNN, where he admitted they're in their think tanks. He's calling it what they got wrong. He says that Fauci says that he didn't lock you down hard enough, that the mandates weren't hard enough. See, mandates weren't hard enough. Of course, there's absolutely no discussion by Fauci about how all of the PCR positives never turned people sick. People who tested PCR positive, how they never got sick. He's not going to have any kind of discussion about how their modality, their metric of how they measure their so-called pandemic. Their modality of how they enact a pandemic. That's not going to be brought into question. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're going to stick by that 1,000%, even though they got it wrong. Okay? We're going to talk more about the fake pandemic autopsy. We conservatives, we free thinkers, more than conservative, we libertarians, we classic liberals, if anything, we need to come together. Political party be damned, we got to come together and get into our own think tanks. Think how they were able to ignite this treachery. Remember, it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into 3 years. A 3-year experiment on whether or not they can violate your bodily autonomy, personal sovereignty, experimental injections, experiment on your children. And believe me, they've made note of that. They have definitely made note that it was the children that kind of was the biggest crack in the dam. The biggest crack in the dike was when they went for the children. That's when people got very uncomfortable, be it the experimental injection and, of course, the indoctrination. So they know what cost them to. So rest assured, they're in their think tanks tabulating how they can remedy what they got wrong. You know, where they went wrong in instituting their new world order, what they got right, what they got wrong, and of course we need to do the exact same. That's it for now. Hopefully you will hear from me before the end of the day that I made it back to my humble abode. I know I don't have any cold beer. I wish I did. I'm all out of beer. Hey, I'm broke, man. I ain't got no money. Thankfully my primary care doesn't come with a copay. Yay! And so hopefully I will make it back home and that I won't be arrested. But even if I am, remember, keep fighting at all cost. Total Control 871.